We got married 3 months ago in Cape Cod. Even before we got engaged, we knew we wanted to get married at the Cape. I've always had a summer house at the Cape, and Melissa's grandparents had a summer house at the Cape as well. We just love the Cape. We looked around at a couple of country clubs in the Cape. We settled on Willowbend Country Club in Mashpee, which is a beautiful place. It's one of the premier golf courses on the Cape, and even in the state. From the step one, it was a classy experience, definitely a comfortable experience.
We met with Anne for our food tasting, and they do it a little differently. You actually go and have dinner. So we actually had a meal, even with a bottle of wine, and the food was nothing but amazing. The best thing was, you usually at the tasting, if you get married at, anywhere else, a hotel or whatever venue, you taste the food at the tasting and it's good. And then at the wedding, it tastes nothing like the tasting. Well, at Willowbend, the exact food that we had tasted at our dinner was the same food that was served at our wedding. And that's really important. They also were able to accommodate any dietary needs. We had a lot of people who were either kosher or didn't eat, meat or whatever. Also, vegetarians and lactose intolerant people, and they were able to accommodate that wonderfully.
Actually, during the wedding, when they delivered the food to the tables, everyone came around at once, put the food down at the same time. It was definitely an interesting experience. Usually when you go to a wedding, sometimes only 2 people are served at a time, and everyone has to wait for somebody else's food to come, but Willowbend, all at the same time, all hot, fantastic food.
People noticed. Everyone was coming up to our parents saying, wow, that is amazing service.
The day of the wedding was very stress-free. Usually the day of the wedding, there's so much going on. You run around with pictures, getting your tux, putting your dress on, getting your hair done, your makeup done. So you forget about, oh, how's it all going to work? So the day of the wedding was very stress-free, very organized. Anne was so helpful along the way. She really made us feel comfortable and made us not worry about any detail. She took care of everything for us.
Willowbend was great because they have guest villas that if you are having a wedding there, you're allowed to stay there. I got ready there along with my bridesmaids. My hairdresser came there, the makeup artist came there. Everything was right there, and like Dave said, it was so stress-free. Just being able to stay right on property of where we were getting married was incredible. We were able to take pictures and video anywhere we wanted. They didn't put up restrictions, even though there were golfers. They just said, watch out for the golfers, but we could go on the grass, on the greens, on the fairway.
For pictures.
We could do anything and go anywhere, and no one said a word. They had golf carts for us when we needed them. They were so helpful, and we really liked that. And it's a very prestigious golf club, so it's pretty great that they don't put those restrictions. They have the most amazing flowers. They had peonies and hydrangeas and just the most vibrant colors, and the grass is kept so green, and everything just looks amazing. We took pictures in front of the clubhouse, and it looked as if we were in this professional garden somewhere. Willowbend also has this red barn. It's actually a storage shed, painted it red, and it's like a statement for Willowbend. Everyone knows it, everyone takes pictures there, and it just looks so different and unique. You see all this greenery and then this red shed.
We also had our ceremony and a reception in the ballroom. And the turnaround time for that was only an hour.
I don't know what they did with the tables, but they turned it around and hid them and did whatever that, when it was a ceremony, you couldn't even tell it was going to be the reception venue. And then when you were in the dinner for the reception, you couldn't even tell that there was a ceremony there. Just an hour. Yeah, it was great. And their staff is just so professional. One of the best decisions we made was to go to the beach right after our ceremony and just take pictures and just kind of take in what just happened, that we had just got married. It was a very short drive, maybe 5 minutes down the road, and there were sailboats in the background, and I would recommend that to anyone getting married at Willowbend or in the vicinity.